With that being said, Mr. Ginger, what are you drinking tonight? Tell us.
Oh boy. Well, before we get into it, I want to thank the voters for the third? How many times have we done this? 4 times? Fourth week in a row, I think.
Four.
For
Sure.
going
Okay.
out and checking out our Instagram page and leaving your votes on which beers we'll be drinking today. So let me say, the winner of my poll this week is Grapefruit Hopocalypse. Hopocalypse. If you
All right.
guys can't see it, and for you audio listeners out there, this Hopocalypse, it's this cool bright orange, grapefruity red kind of can with a skull on it. He's squeezing a grapefruit into a glass. Pretty cool looking can here. But yeah, this comes from Apocalypse Brewing, which is actually in Forest, Virginia. So I could still consider that kind of local. It's like 3 hours from where I'm sitting right now, and about 1 hour from my hometown. It's 8% ABV, 110 IBU. So it's a bitter boy. It's a red ale. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this out away from the keyboard. Gotta
You said
protect
this
these
is
keyboards.
this is Hopocalypse? Hopocalypse.
No. This is grapefruit. Yeah, grapefruit
Oh.
Hopocalypse.
Got
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Let me back up
Nice.
and pour this out.
There it is. Oh, I could still see it. It still looks good.
So nice. Like I said, it's a red ale, so a very nice red color here in this official Ginger in the Beard beer glass. Check that out. You probably seen it on Instagram if you're following us. But yeah,
Nice,
so
dude.
a little bit about red ales before I sip this. I like to do a little bit of research about these. Number one, I get to learn more about like these different types of beers and kind of educate folks. But red ales actually originate in Europe, and it actually does just literally refer to the style of beer, reddish in appearance. They're typically full flavored, hoppy, and buttery.
What?
Buttery.
Buttery.
I don't know.
Like a
Buttery,
Chardonnay, like a good old Chardonnay. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never described any kind of a liquid as buttery. Otherwise, that's
Ah.
just kind of weird. But
Yeah.
we're gonna check it out in a second. And yeah, they typically possess. I thought this was interesting. Possess a lot of the same flavor profiles of an IPA, but maltier and more like middle of the road when it comes to like the hops and the different flavor content. So let's go ahead and get into this.
There you go.
Oh wow, yeah. Okay.
Good.
Buttery is still kind of hard. That's a kind of a stretch for me. But malty for sure. Like holy Batman malty. And then you kind of get some of the hops on the finish or the beginning on the front, but the malt is definitely what sticks around. And I'm not honestly getting a ton of grapefruit. Not a ton of grapefruit, but I think it's a little bit there. It's kind of a little bit bitter on the back end.
Okay.
It's very good though. Very good. Definitely interesting.
What would
So
you?
yeah,
What would,
there we go.
what would you rate it? Like out of 1 out of 10?
That's something I'm trying to get better at. Like I don't know, like we talked about this earlier this week. It's like we drink so many different types of beer. Like it's kind of hard. They're not apples to apples, but I drink that somewhere like in the if I had to do 1 out of 10, probably in the 6 and 7 range. Like I'm an IPA sort of guy, so this is very good when it comes to like the hoppiness. The maltiness level is where it's like, it's a little bit more than I'm used to, but I would definitely buy this again for sure. And actually, if I was sitting like outside in the hot sun right now, lathered up with sunscreen,
Oh, nice.
I would probably really enjoy this. So maybe
Okay.
I'll try that out next weekend or tomorrow or something. So
Nice,
yeah,
dude.
I definitely recommend it though. So shout out Apocalypse Brewing. They actually did like our post and actually gave us a follow on Instagram.
No way.
So shout out to
Awesome.
you guys. Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
Thank you guys.
So
Thanks.
yeah, and again, thank you to the voters for checking that out. Now we get into a little bit more of a predicament. Reese, what did the voters choose for you?
It was an interesting predicament. I mean, we had quite a good turnout of voters, but we were split down the middle. So we had a 50-50 tie on what I was drinking. One was going to be the brewery. It was oatmeal cookie. It was called the Bakery, right? The other one is this one here, Minkey Doodle. Mickey Doodle is a raspberry sour ale. Actually, it's actually more specifically, it's marked as a sour ale, but it's actually a wild ale. So it was 50-50 split. So, I said, wife, what am I drinking tonight? She said, you're drinking the Minky Doodle. You're drinking the Minky Doodle. I said, okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, man. I'm drinking the Minkey Doodle. Raspberry sour ale. So let me tell you guys about it real quick. It's from Thin Man Brewery in Buffalo, New York. They actually got a couple different brew pubs up there. Pretty cool stuff. 7% ABV, no IBUs. It's labeled as a sour ale aged in raspberries, but it's actually a wild ale. So to give you a little bit of an understanding of what a wild ale is, it is they're introduced to wild yeast or bacteria. This introduction may occur from oak barrels that have been previously inoculated, pitching into the beer, or gained from various sour mash techniques. Sour mash, guys, sour. Regardless of the method, these yeast and or bacteria leave a mark that should be noticeable to strong and often contribute a sour and or funky wild note. Mixed fermentation examples will display a range of aromatics. I think I'm saying that right, rather than a single dominant character. I haven't tried it yet, so let's go ahead and pour it in. Let's see what's going on.
Into it.
Let's get into
this. In this funky. Describing a beer as funky. It's just like ooh,
funky, a little funky. I've heard good
funk.
things. I've heard some good things about this. So
they have a great can. I will say it's a great can design.
Yeah, I like it. It stood out, and I think that's why a lot of people. Both of the cans this week were really good. So here you guys go.
That's probably why you ended up with a 50-50 split.
Look at this. Oh wow.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh, look at that color.
It's opaque. I can't fit it all, so I'm gonna stop there.
Moly.
I'm gonna stop there. Look at that, dude. That's like it's
delicious.
It's like a purplish, kind of like pinkish. The head on top is pink. Man, okay, let's try her out.
I wish my taste buds are tingling looking at that. I just want to taste that sucker.
Man, I feel like I just drank a scoop of strawberry or raspberry jam. Holy crap. It's definitely sour, but you could taste the strawberries or the raspberries like big time, man. Delicious, kind of creamy almost, which is weird. Yeah, man. I like this. I like this a lot.
Looks delicious. Looks delicious. You know, dude, I'm having such a hard time finding locally. If anyone listening is local to Hampton Roads and you know of a good like beer shop that gets some like really out of the ordinary stuff, please let me know in the comments on YouTube or on Instagram or wherever. I really want to find some like beer stores that sell some of these.
My wife came up and she's like, I want to try it.
Oh, nice. Some of these dessert beers, you know?
It's good, right?
That there, man, that pink color is just insane. That looks so good.
Yeah, really good. I'm really excited about that. I want more of these. Minkey Doodle, guys. Minkey Doodle.
Where does this name come from, anyways?
I don't know, actually. But it's a Thin Man Brewery in Buffalo, New York. They've been around since 2016. Check them out.
Nice. Very cool, man. Well, I'm enjoying mine. It sounds like you're enjoying yours. Let's move on. We got some beer news to talk about.